Record the first two. But we'll record all the rest. Grinding stones and Homo sapiens. The first two. Okay, you ready for number 3? Can't minimize what? Okay. Number 3, if you're following along on the screen. During the Upper Paleolithic, people migrated to Australia and New Guinea from where? Where did people migrate to Australia from? Was it A, Antarctica, B, Europe, C, South America, or D, Asia?
Asia.
Asia, very good. Yeah, it's the closest one. No. Back to the music. All right, next one over here. Most archaeologists theorize that humans blank. Is it A, that humans migrated from Siberia to North America? Is it B, that most archaeologists theorize that humans were in North America more than 100,000 years ago? Is it C, most archaeologists theorize that humans were driven south by the expansion of the ice sheets? Or is it D, most archaeologists theorize that humans evolved in North America and then moved to Asia? Which one?
The land bridge, ice bridge.
I don't think ice bridge was an answer.
All I know is C, whatever.
Driven south by the expansion of the ice sheets? No, sorry, I'll read, yeah. That was still not an answer. I'll read them again and you can, yeah, migrated from Siberia to North America. Very good. Yeah, they migrated from Siberia to North America. Yeah. The next question, though, has land bridge in it for all those you were. The most supported alternative to the Bering Land Bridge model of movement to North America is that people came to the Americas from, is it A, Australia on a land bridge? Is it B, Africa by boat? Is it C, Europe across a land bridge? Or D, Asia by boat? Asia by boat, very good. Yep. The Kelp Highway hypothesis. All right. What environmental change was associated with the disappearance of the glaciers? Was it A, the tundra extended further south? Is it B, the inland lakes dried up? Is it C, sea levels rose cutting off the land bridge? Or is it D, storms became more common?
It was the sea, the levels of the sea got too high.
Yeah, sea levels rose cutting off land bridges. This one right here. Yeah, I made it bigger. Is that easier to read?
Yes.
You said the answer.
The sea levels?
Yeah, sea levels rose and cutting off the land bridges.
Hold on.
Sorry, it's not a Kahoot, but it's something, right? Yeah. Next question. Which of these is an example of ethnographic analogy? An example of an ethnographic analogy. Is it A, observing the use of tools by contemporary societies to determine how they were used thousands of years ago? Was it B, using eyewitness accounts of tools from thousands of years ago to determine how tools were used in the past? Is it C, comparing the ways in which two contemporary cultures use the same set of tools? Or is it D, using tools found in the archaeological record to piece together an ancient culture's religion? Heard it over. I think so.
Okay. Oh, using eyewitness accounts.
Eyewitness accounts observing the use of tools by contemporary societies to determine how they were used thousands of years ago. Very good. Yeah, well, look how people So if you want to learn how people use atlatls back in the day, watch how they do it today, right? Or if you want to see how people use grinding stones back in the day, you can look at them today and then use an analogy. Just told you. Observing the use of tools by contemporary societies to determine how they were used thousands of years ago.
Which one was that?
Observing the use of tools by contemporary societies to determine how they were used thousands of years ago. Did they? You want to use eyewitness accounts from today, not from thousands of years ago.
What is it?
What? The correct one is observing the use of tools by contemporary societies to determine how they were used thousands of years ago. An incorrect answer is using eyewitness accounts of tools from thousands of years ago to determine how tools were used. So you want to use things from today rather than accounts from a long time ago.
Oh, okay. So comparing the modern society using the same tools to see.
To go back in time. Yep.
Can you say the answer one more time?
Yes.
It's a long answer.
Observing the use of tools by contemporary societies to determine how they were used thousands of years ago. We're going to keep rolling because I want to get through as many of these as I can. Most archaeologists believe that the blank was one of the earliest centers of plant and animal domestication. Where is one of the earliest centers of plant and animal domestication? Was it A, the Sahara Desert, B, the Fertile Crescent, C, the African savanna, or D, the Kansas plains? The Fertile Crescent, very good. Fertile Crescent. Wheel of Fortune. But yeah, it sounds like Mario. Mario Kart. The wild grass known as teosinte led to today's domesticated what? What plant? What contemporary crop ancestor was named teosinte? Is it A, corn? Is it B, barley? Is it C, wheat? Or D, rice?
Corn.
Corn, very good. How's our score going? All right, for who? The Dilfs in the lead. All right. Which was the only area of the New World where large domesticated animals were a significant part of the economy? Which was the only area in the New World where they had large domesticated animals? Was it A, the Great Plains? Was it B, Mesoamerica? Was it C, the Amazon basin? Or D, the Andes? The Great Plains, Mesoamerica, Amazon, or the Andes? No, sorry. I'll ask it over here for the baddies. Which was the only area of the New World to have large domesticated animals? The Great Plains, Mesoamerica, the Amazon basin, or the Andes? The Andes, very good. I'll give you an extra credit point if you tell me which animals. What's the large domesticated animal they have in the Andes? A llama, very good. Give him an extra one. To the baddies, give him 2. Yeah, llamas in the Andes of South America. All right, next question. The Mesopotamian civilization was located near what river? What river was it? Was it A, the Nile, B, the Yangtze, C, the Euphrates, or D, the Mississippi? The Euphrates, very good. All right. The Euphrates. How did a shift to a more sedentary lifestyle and a reliance on grains affect the Natufians' health? Was it A, they had a more diverse diet with better vitamin content? Was it B, they grew an average of 2 inches taller? Was it C, their birth rates declined? Or was it D, they suffered nutritional deficiency as shown by their teeth? What happened when the Natufians switched to eating grains? Yeah, nutritional deficiency because they were only eating one kind of food all the time. Very good. All right, we talked about the Neolithic Revolution. Archaeologists define the Neolithic Revolution in terms of the presence of what? How do we know that we are in the Neolithic? Is it A, stone tools and pottery? Is it B, centralized government? Is it C, domesticated plants and animals? Or is it D, hunting and gathering bands?
See, or hunting and gathering.
No, sorry, I'll read it again. How do we know that we are in the Neolithic? Is it A, pottery and stone tools, B, centralized government, C, hunting and gathering bands, or D, domesticated plants and animals? Yes. All right. Good job. Yeah, plants and animals. That's how you know you're in the Neolithic. How are wild plants, or how do domesticated plants get to be different from their wild varieties? How do they get to be different? Is it A, wild varieties die quickly in gardens, leaving only domesticated ones? Is it B, certain variations are artificially selected through harvesting and planting? Is it C, people deliberately only took the best foods when gathering? Or is it D, different domesticated plants are crossbred to get rid of all traces of wild species? It's the best answer there, which is?
They selected.
Yeah, when you plant and harvest, you select the ones that you like. Very good. Certain variations are artificially selected through harvesting and planting.
Say that one more time.
Harvesting and planting.
Harvesting and planting.
Mm-hmm. How does overdependence on a few staple crops increase the risk of famine? How does the overdependence on a few staple crops increase the risk of famine? Is it A, staple foods have less calories, leading to shortages? Is it B, the staple foods are often the ones used for trade? Is it C, the fewer the staple crops, the greater the danger to food supply when they have a crop failure? Or is it D, staple crops tend to be high status foods, which leads to disputes?
It's
Which is?
crop failure.
Yeah, crop failure, because you only have one or two kind of crops, and so it's easier to lose all your plants versus if you're a hunter and gatherer, you can move on to another type. Too excited. It was real. Read the answer again. The fewer the staple crops, the greater danger to the food supply posed by crop failure. All right, next question. What do anthropologists mean when they say that city-states arose independently in various regions around the world? What do we mean by that? Is it A, there was no trade involved? Is it B, people developed a complex society without any contact from outside populations? Is it C, states emerged from colonization or conquest? Or is it D, states had no political connection with surrounding villages?
Is it B?
What is B?
States, something without like outside.
Yeah, states developed a complex society without any contact from outside populations, right? So we see, if any of you have been watching this new show on Netflix about the ancient civilizations, right? Don't buy the hype. There was no precursor civilization. These were all developed independently in Mesoamerica, right? They didn't have aliens tell them about pyramids from space.
What was the answer for the one that was, which was the only?
There's a video and you can see it. I got to roll. We only have 15 minutes left. Okay. What is the one way that living in an ancient civilization? What is one way that living in an ancient civilization changed the lifestyle of people? How did living in an ancient civilization change the lifestyle of people? Is it A, it encouraged hunting? Is it B, allowed for larger populations? Is it C, it allowed for more leisure time? Or is it D, it improved their health? No, sorry. How did living in ancient civilization change the lifestyle of people? Yeah, larger populations, very good. Yeah, because you can have more people if you're living in an agricultural society than a hunting society. Why does health often suffer in cities? Why does health often suffer? Is it A, high population allows for infectious diseases to flourish? Is it B, there's less available medical care in cities? Is it C, there's less food available for cities? Or is it D, cities are too clean and sterile for healthy bacteria to grow? Which is?
It allows for more infections.
Yeah, infectious diseases happen in cities. Very good.
Could you read it?
The question or the answer?
The
The high population allows infectious diseases to flourish. All right. Next question. Why are many anthropologists interested in the reasons ancient civilizations collapse? Why are we interested in that? Is it A, the decline of ancient civilizations supports our modern notion of cultural evolution? Is it B, anthropologists like to study failures? Is it C, they show how political systems, or they show which political systems is most successful over time? Or is it D, knowing about the declines of ancient civilizations may help us preserve our own? Yeah, maybe we can learn a little something from the past and avoid their fate. Knowing about the decline of states in the past may help us preserve our own. All right, a major reason for the decline of ancient states appears to be what? What's one reason that ancient states fell apart? Is it A, environmental degradation? Is it B, people love the simple life? Is it C, a return to fundamental values? Or is it D, they were too hedonistic? Yeah, environmental degradation. They wore out their environment. Good job. Again, that relates back to the question before, and maybe we can learn a little bit about our own civilization from that. All right, we talked about the Natufians. Where might you find a Natufian settlement? Where might you find some Natufians? What country today, if you were an archaeologist, would you go to dig up some Natufian villages? Is it A, India, B, Egypt, C, Jordan, or D, Somalia? Where would you find the Natufians?
Repeat that question.
India, Egypt, Jordan, or Somalia?
Jordan.
Jordan, yeah, very good. Jordan.
Okay, don't scroll past.
All right, next question is about sheep and goats. Based on the site of their domestication, where do you expect the ancestors of today's sheep and goats to have lived? Where did the wild ancestors of today's sheep and goats live? Was it A, South Asia? Was it B, the Middle East? Was it C, North America? Or was it D, Mesoamerica? Yep, the Near East. Very good. We're rolling through these.
Yeah.
What religious features would you expect to see in a state-level society? What religious features would you expect to see in a state-level society? Is it A, family members with special knowledge of religious stories? Is it B, unofficial shamans? Is it C, full-time religious specialists known as priests? Or D, an absence of religious ritual?
Full-time religious.
Yeah, full-time religious specialist known as priest. Very good. Which of the following is part of the state's infrastructure? Which of the following is part of the state's infrastructure? Is it A, hunting, B, irrigation, C, writing, D, pastoralism?
The irrigation.
Irrigation, yeah, irrigation. Make sure to pass your bell around. Archaeologists, one thing we talk about ancient civilization is that they have different socioeconomic classes. How can we see this in the archaeological record? Archaeologists can determine if an ancient civilization had different socioeconomic classes by looking at what? Is it A, the population? Is it B, the difference in house size and furnishings? Is it C, how extensive agriculture was used to produce food? Or is it D, how many animals they domesticated? Yeah, house size. You got palaces and hovels, or does everyone live in the same house? All right. Why do cities and states emerge in Mesoamerica later than the Near East? Why do archaeologists think that we see the Near East having earlier civilizations than Mesoamerica? Is it A, the climate of Mesoamerica was not suitable for building cities? Is it B, the population of Mesoamerica was not interested in cities? Is it C, the Near East lacked large domesticated animals like cows and horses? Or is it D, agriculture started later in the New World than the Old World? Yeah, agriculture started later, so they built cities later. Makes sense. All right, before 12,000 years ago, everyone got their food. How? How did everybody get their food back in the day before 12,000 years ago? Was it A, hunting and gathering, B, farming, C, herding, or D, the grocery store? Yeah, hunting and gathering. What's an example of monumental architecture? We talked about ancient civilization, and one of the hallmarks of ancient civilization is they built monumental architecture. Which of the following is an example of monumental architecture? Is it A, the Sphinx in Egypt? Is it B, the Great Wall of China? Is it C, Machu Picchu in Peru? Or D, all the above? Who was it? A lot of pressure. Who do you pick? What do you think? Yeah, it's all the above. All those are monumental. Okay. What's the score? What's our score?
Yeah, they all but we're.
Wait till that 30-point lightning round, right? All the following are forms of writing used in ancient civilizations, except for which one? Which one is not a form of ancient writing? Is it A, hieroglyphics? Is it B, Tengwar? Is it C, cuneiform? Or is it D, Qipu?
Kipu.
No, sorry. Yeah, Tengwar, very good. Extra credit if you know what Tengwar is.
It's a civilization, it's society.
Nope, it's not.
It's a tool that you use.
No. All the following are early forms of writing used by early civilizations, except for which one? And Tengwar was the right answer. You can get a bonus point if you know what Tengwar writing is.
No, that's not.
That's Qipu.
So it's not.
It is a form of writing, but it's not used by ancient civilization.
Oh.
It's that Lord of the Rings stuff. Yeah, it's a made up language. It's Lord of the Rings. It's what the elves write in. We definitely did not go over that. Yeah, so Lord of the Rings. If you're interested, I occasionally teach a class called the Anthropology of Science Fiction, and we talk about that. We also talk about writing, like in Game of Thrones and Star Trek with Klingon and stuff like that. All right. Early civilizations in the New World include all of the following.
I thought we were on the same question.
This one. This one, right?
I thought it was a different.
This one.
She read it wrong.
Okay, we only got 8 minutes left. Let's roll. Early civilizations in the New World include all the following, except for which one? Which one is not located in the New World? Is it A, the Maya, B, the Aztec, C, the Inca, or D, the Mongols? Which one is not in the New World? Yeah, the Mongols, they're in Mongolia. First metal worked by humans is what? What was the first metal that humans decided to work? Was it A, steel, B, iron, C, copper, or D, bronze?
Bronze.
Who rang in? Let's give the baddies a chance. What do you think, baddies?
No,
Bronze, no, so sorry. First metal to be worked by humans is what? Steel, iron, copper, or bronze? Copper, yeah.
Okay, wait. So-
Copper. It's over, sorry.
So, yeah, no.
All right, we talked about the wheel. The invention of the wheel is what? Is it A, the invention of the wheel occurred before agriculture? Is it B, the invention of the wheel only happened in the New World? Is it C, the invention of the wheel occurred more than 6,000 years ago? Or is it D, all the above? No, sorry, it is not all. Tricky. So tricky. Yeah, more than 6,000 years ago. 6,000. They did not invent the wheel in the New World. I know, it's so tricky. I know. I told you the answer though. It's just for those people who aren't here today. Just a little tricky. In the Near East, dogs seem to have been domesticated. Is it A, as a source of food? Only as a source of food. Is it B, alongside the shift to nomadic pastoralism? Is it C, before the rise of agriculture? Or is it D, only within the last few hundred years? No, sorry. Yeah, before the rise of agriculture. Very good. I'm going to skip down to here. We'll do a couple more multiple choice, and we'll come back over to the other ones. Large prehistoric mammals like mammoths, mastodons, saber-toothed cats, and giant sloths are known as what? What do you call those? Do you call them A, ultrafauna, B, megafauna, C, minor fauna, or D, murder critter?
Megafauna.
Yeah, megafauna. Very good. If I could accept more than one answer, murder critter is pretty fun. The name of the stone tool first found at the Blackwater Draw site is known as a what? Is it a Portales point? Is it a Folsom point? Is it a Cody point or a Clovis point? Clovis, very good. What's a term that refers to when people, describes when people are no longer nomadic and settle down in one place? What do we call that? Is it A, sedentism? Is it B, amobility? Is it C, idleness? Or is it D, laziness? Sedentism, very good. First animal to be domesticated was what? What is the first animal to be domesticated? Is it A, a horse, B, a pig, C, a dog, D, a cat? Dog. The West African empires of Ghana and Mali are famous for what? Is it A, they gained much of their wealth from long distance trade? Is it B, they united many different people? Is it C, they were Islamic empires? Or is it D, all the above? No. D, all the above. Very good. I know. Let's not go that far. We are almost out of time. I'll do as much of these as I can. If you got to go in 3 or 4 minutes, that's cool. If you want to stick around, I'll just keep doing these till we run out. You're welcome to stay. An example of how politics impacts our understanding of history, the colonial government of Rhodesia threatened to expel any archaeologists from the country who did what? Was it A, they did not pay large bribes to the government? Was it B, they claimed Egyptians built Great Zimbabwe? Is it C, they wrote that ancient site of Zimbabwe was built by Black Africans? Or was it D, they did not return looted artifacts from the British Museum? Yeah, the Africans built Great Zimbabwe. Very good. That's good because there are only 4 people here that day. The earliest agriculture in Oceania, our Pacific lecture, the earliest agriculture in Oceania was found in New Guinea and was based on the cultivation of what kind of plants? Is it A, corn and beans, B, bananas and taro, C, rice and millet, or D, sunflowers and tomatoes? Bananas and taro. Very good.
What's that next one?
Taro.
Oh.
It's like a root. Archaeologists, again in the Pacific, archaeologists theorized the large-scale deforestation of Easter Island was the result of what? Was it A, warfare, B, construction of monumental architecture, C, construction of boats for sailing to South America, or the invention of agriculture? No, sorry. Why did they cut down all the trees? What were they doing with them? Yeah, they were building those moa heads and rolling them around, doing something with it. Aliens did it. Archaeologists believe the ancestors of modern-day Polynesians came to the area from where? Came from the area near modern-day where? Where did the ancestors of modern Polynesians come from? Was it A, Australia, B, Japan, C, Ecuador, or D, Taiwan? Taiwan, very good. The empire of Axum, which we talked about in our African Civilization Day, was located primarily in which modern day country in Africa? Which country in Africa hosts the Axum civilization? Is it A, Nigeria, B, Zimbabwe, C, Congo, or D, Ethiopia? Nope. Axum was found in what country today? If you're an archaeologist, you want to dig up Axum, you'd go to A, Nigeria, B, Zimbabwe, C, Congo, or D, Ethiopia. No. Stephanie, what is it? I'll give you the choices. Is it Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Congo, or Ethiopia? Which one? Which one? Ethiopia? Yeah, it's Ethiopia. Very good. Mostly good. Talked about a couple different societies in Polynesia. The best candidate we have for a state level society, the best candidate for a state level society is which one? Is it A, New Guinea, B, Samoa, C, Hawaii, D, New Zealand?
Hawaii.
Hawaii, very good. We'll record the rest. You can watch the end on the video. If you gotta leave, no problem. But if you'd like to stick around, I got 10 or 12 more we can go through. A large city of the Mound Builder civilization was found where? Large city of the Mound Builder civilization was found where? Is it A, Chaco Canyon, B, Cahokia, C, Machu Picchu, or D, Teotihuacan? Cahokia, very good. The site of Cahokia is located near present day which city? Which city is Cahokia located near? Is it A, Chicago, B, St. Louis, C, Nashville, or D, Atlanta?
Chicago.
No.
Nashville.
Chance to steal. Chicago, St. Louis, Nashville, or Atlanta? Cahokia. Where would you go to see Cahokia if you were going to tourist? Nope. No, it's St. Louis. Those of you who have to leave, thanks so much for being part of the class. I hope to see you in future semesters. Those of you who want to hang around, we got like 10 or 12 more questions to go through. You're welcome to stay. And those of you who are leaving, please check out the video and hear the end of the lecture. The system of writing known as the Quipu was written on what? What was the system of writing known as the Quipu written on? Is it A, clay? Is it B, stone? Is it C, paper, or D, rope? Rope, yeah. R-O-P-E. The Olmec civilization was famous for all the following except for which one? Which one was the Olmec civilization not famous for? Is it A, their writing system, B, their monumental architecture, C, their chariots, or D, their calendars? The Olmec civilization was famous for all the following except, is it writing systems, monumental architecture, chariots, or calendars? No, sorry. Chance to steal.
Is it chariots?
Chariots, yeah, they didn't have wheels, so no chariots. The archaeological site of Çatalhöyük is famous for being an early example of what? Is it A, monumental architecture, B, agriculture, C, large urban center, or D, all the above? Yeah, it's all the above. Bronze working changed ancient civilization in all the following ways, except for what? All the following were ways that bronze changed ancient civilization, except for which one? Is it A, better farm equipment? Is it B, monumental architecture? Is it C, improved weapons? Or is it D, new forms of art? Which one's the wrong answer? Yeah, which one? All the following except for which? Farm equipment, monumental architecture, improved weapons, or art? Yeah, monumental architecture. Large stone heads known as the Moai are features of which ancient civilization? Is it A, Mesopotamia, B, the Maya, C, Great Zimbabwe, or D, Easter Island? Easter Island. All the following were forms of Paleolithic art except which one is not a form of Paleolithic art? Is it A, pottery, Is it C, B, cave paintings, C, shell jewelry, or D, Venus figurines? Which? No, sorry. No, it's pottery. Yeah, pottery wasn't invented till the Neolithic. In the Paleolithic, they had cave paintings, shell jewelry, and Venus figurines. Ancient Puebloan site of Chaco Canyon was famous for all the following except for what? What was Chaco Canyon? Chaco Canyon was famous for all the following except for what? Is it A, having a large network of roads? Is it B, the site was a center of large-scale trade with Mesoamerica? Is it C, large communal buildings with more than 650 rooms? Or D, the use of metal coins? Yeah, they did not have metal coins. Last multiple choice question. Polynesian sailors brought all the following plants with them when they settled new islands, except for which one? Which one is not the correct answer? Was it A, corn? Was it B, bananas, C, yams, or D, coconuts? Corn, yeah, they did not bring corn with them. So that's all the multiple choice questions. There is also a matching set. And where is it? So the matching question is match the, sorry, it's loading. Match the early civilization with the river. So if I tell you a civilization, you can tell me which river it's based on. How about the Harappan civilization? Harappan. Your choices are Indus, Nile, Tigris, Yellow, or Mississippi. No, the Harappans. The Indus, that's in India. How about Egypt? Indus, Nile, yeah, that's Nile. Mesopotamia. Tigris, yeah. China. The yellow. Cahokia. Cahokia. What river is that next to? The Mississippi, yeah. There's another matching question. Match the timeline event with when it happened. Remember we did that timeline out in the hallway where you had to figure out which came first? Yeah, some people missed it. So your choices are 500,000 years ago, 42,000 years ago, 20,000 years ago, 5,500 years ago, or 1,500 years ago. So you're gonna tell me when a certain event happened. Domestication of dogs. Was it 500,000, 42,000, 20,000, 55,000, or 5,500 or 1,500? 20,000, very good. Egyptians built the pyramids. 500,000, 42, 20, 5,000, or 1,500? Yeah, 5,500 years ago. First pyramids in Egypt. 5,500 years ago. Last Neanderthal. 500,000, 42,000, 20,000, 5,500, or 1,500? Last Neanderthal. No. 42,000, yeah. Domestication of plants. 500,000, 42,000, 20,000, 5,500, or 1,500? Or sorry, let me read again. 500,000, 42,000, 20,000, 12,000, 5,500, or 1,500? 12,000. Good. Invention of fire. 500,000, 42,000, 20,000, 12,000, 5,000, or 1,500? 500,000. Settlement of Polynesia. 500,000, 42,000, 20,000, 12,000, 5,000, or 1,500?
What's the smallest?
1,500. 1,500. All right, that's the two matching. There's like 3 essay questions. I'll just read them to you and you can think about them and you can yell out answers. Just don't have to ring or anything. 3 characteristics of an ancient civilization. We've talked about those for just weeks, I feel like. Yeah, agriculture, that's a big one.
So hierarchy or.
Hierarchy, monumental architecture, state level religion, cities, any of that kind of stuff would work, right? How do we see these archaeologically? How would you find a city archaeologically? That's probably the easiest one. There's like it's a big hole in the ground full of buildings, right? How would you know that people were agriculturalists? You find, yeah, the remnants of plants. You might also find some tools, right? If you find a hoe or a grinding stone, you know they're not hunter and gatherers. How would you? Mhm. Agriculture, yeah. How about monumental architecture? How would you find that? Just look at it, right? Sometimes it's buried, sometimes it's not even. It's like the pyramids or the Great Walls. So you can think about all those. How would you think about art? How would you think about craft specialization, religion, laws and government, writing, all that stuff? Why would each of these traits be mind-blowing to a hunter and gatherer who rolled into town?
Because it was like all like, you know, like following animals.
Yeah.
Like landscape.
Yeah, they'd be moving around. They've never seen that many people living in one place. Maybe they've never seen like, large scale agriculture. They didn't have a king or anything like that. They didn't have priests and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. All this stuff. Who knows? We talked about plants and animals. What are at least two major differences between the wild and domesticated version of both plants and animals? How are domesticated plants different from wild plants?
Different.
Yeah, smaller, harder to harvest, usually have spikes or are hard and don't produce as much, things like that.
Like usually they have the bigger one.
Nice, they're tasty, they're, more colorful, more fragrant, better looking, who knows? How about animals? What are some differences between wild and domesticated? Yeah, more docile, so they don't attack you or don't attack the other animals in their herd. What else? Bigger, especially if you're going to eat them, you want more. What about if they're like producing things like wool or milk? Yeah, more, have more young so you can increase your herd size. What's a positive and a negative consequence of domestication in early civilizations? Something good and something bad. Yeah, population gets bigger. Yeah, disease, right? Especially like famines and stuff. You also have things with like your teeth. You start to get cavities and rotten teeth because you're eating this stuff. You actually find people like when you use grinding stones, the little pieces of sand get in your food and you'll see like their teeth actually wear down. Last essay question. I'll get out of here too late. What are at least two major differences between old world and new world civilizations? What kind of government?
But like higher.
We have that in both. What's the two major differences between old and new world? Yeah, new world started later. Huh? No wheel. Yeah. No metal, no large domesticated animals except for llamas, so nothing to pull a cart, no horses to ride or camels to carry your burdens or things like that. What accounts for the later start of civilization in the new world as compared to the old? Yeah, later migration, later domestication of plants and animals, just later start on everything. Okay, so that's it for our review. Do you feel pretty confident in your ability to take that test successfully now?
I'll just have the video on.